ahead and call our meeting to order, and we are going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We will do introductions. We will start with Mrs. Von Koenig.
Lori Von Koenig.
Scott Allen.
Griffin Ott. Jason Beckrow.
Rachel Wade.
Kevin Bushu. Bill Scaletta.
All right, moving on to approval of the agenda. If there aren't any questions or comments, I would take a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, moving on to consent action items. Got a packet of all of our financial information. If there aren't any questions or comments, I would accept a motion to approve.
So moved.
And this is a roll call vote. So Mr. Scaletta?
Aye.
Mr. Bushu?
Aye.
Dr. Beckrow?
Aye.
Mr. Ott?
Aye.
Mr. Allen?
Aye.
Mrs. Von Koenig?
Aye.
And I vote aye. All right, now moving on to the portion of the meeting that I'm pretty sure most of you are here for. Good news about our schools. So, Mr. Eating, what do we have for us tonight?
Absolutely. I'm going to announce Miss Aaron here from the middle school, who's going to take us through the Fruit Belt Association Sportsmanship Award that several of our school won last year. Fantastic.
Yes.
Last year. So go ahead.
So I brought the plaque to show off to everybody. But so good. Yeah, so this is the Dennis Canola Sportsmanship Award. It is given to it was given to us, and it was voted on by all the local officials. So I guess at the end of every year, the local sports officials get together and they decide, okay, who displayed really, really good sportsmanship. And out of all the middle schools that they interact with, they chose Lakeshore Middle School. So we are super honored to have received this award. We've already had Mr. Younger and the representative from the Fruit Belt Officials Association come and speak at one of our family meetings on Late Start Wednesday. And we have a group of our student athletes here to tell you tonight about what sportsmanship means to them. Thank you for having us.
Hi, my name is Carson Mooney. Before I start, I'd like to thank you guys for allowing us middle schoolers come here tonight. I'm very proud when I step onto a field with the Lakeshore on my jersey because it means I'm a part of something bigger than myself. It reminds me that I'm representing this community and others who's played before me. To me, sportsmanship means playing in a way that will bring pride to all those other people who are associated with Lakeshore. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Leah Garrity. I'm in 8th grade. I play volleyball and run track. I would like to thank the Fruit Belt Officials Association for recognizing Lakeshore Middle School with the Sportsmanship Award. Sportsmanship to me means building up your teammates and having respect for players on the field. When we build up others, not only do they perform better, but as a team perform better. Through my experiences in sports, I have seen how staying positive and encouraging others, whether we are winning or losing, sets the example for sportsmanship. And finally, I wouldn't be here without the amazing coaches who lift us up and push us to our fullest potential. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sydney Thomas, an 8th grade volleyball, basketball, and soccer player at the middle school. I have played on 8 different sports teams and with many different players throughout my sports career. To me, sportsmanship is not just a game. Sportsmanship is showing respect outside of the game. It is putting in effort to be a good teammate and a player no matter the situation. Sportsmanship is about showing respect and selflessness to everyone around you. There's also a mental part of sportsmanship. Your mindset reflects on how you support and cheer on your teammates. It also shows your coaches and your mental strength. If you have a negative mindset, you are focusing on yourself and not others' successes. By having sportsmanship, you connect with others around you, not just because of your love for the game, but because of your mindset toward others. These are some things that I will take with me not just throughout my sports career, but into the business-like world as well. I'm very thankful for being chosen to speak to you tonight and very proud of the Lakeshore Middle School for getting chosen to collect this award. Thank you for your time.
Hello, my name is Finley Meyer, and I'm here to represent the LMS 8th grade volleyball team. To me, sportsmanship is the way you present yourself to others. If you show respect to your peers and even opponents, it creates a healthy environment, showing others you care for their sake. My team has showed sportsmanship by showing kindness to others and showing we care no matter what happens to all of us. Someone once told me that sportsmanship is being a humble winner and a gracious loser. I believe that this has showed me a deeper part of being on my team. Sportsmanship is not only showing people you care and that you are respectful no matter what, it is also a sign of leadership. Our LMS community has showed leadership in many ways, and we strive to keep it up. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Carter Sieg. I play football, baseball, basketball, and track for Lakeshore. What sportsmanship means to me is about friendship. When you're competing against other teams, and you naturally get to know them while on the field or on the court. Because your competitors become your friends, it makes it more fun because you meet new people. Because your competitors become your friends, I know to treat them like I would any other friends, with respect and kindness.
Hello, my name's Tristan Williams. I play 5 sports: baseball, football, I wrestle, I do track, and I play basketball. What sportsmanship means to me, it's a part of the game we all love. It can affect others without sportsmanship. The sports we all know and love wouldn't be the same without it. Because our sports are supposed to be fun, but it's a win or lose game, and without sportsmanship, the game wouldn't be as fun as we all love it. But sportsmanship also means we have respect for players and referees. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Stockton Ashby, and sportsmanship to me is remembering that it's just a game and everyone is equal. The people we are playing against are trying just as hard as we are and trying to have fun. It's also knowing that I will never put a game over someone else. It's also about ourselves not getting mad at ourselves so we don't affect others in a bad way. It also means to have respect for players and referees. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Drew Scotland. To me, sportsmanship is respect. Respect for your team, your opponents, your coaches, officials, and most importantly, respect for the game. Sportsmanship is not just about winning or losing, but it is how you conduct yourself on and off the field. It is about treating others with dignity, fairness, and kindness. It is about playing the game with integrity and honor. Respect is the foundation of sportsmanship. Furthermore, respect is not just limited to the game itself. It extends beyond the field and into everyday life. Respect is about treating others the way you want to be treated, and it is about recognizing the value and worth of each other. In the end, sportsmanship and respect go hand in hand. They are the two sides of the same coin. By practicing sportsmanship, we show respect to our opponents and ourselves. By showing respect, we promote fair play and teamwork and a positive attitude, both on and off the field. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lila Schultz, an 8th grade volleyball and basketball player at Lakeshore. I was asked to speak about sportsmanship, but I don't feel that I can do that without first acknowledging how important respect, teamwork, and the other people mindset, something our school talks a lot about through P2, are to being a good sport. When you become part of a team, you must think about the team as a whole. You're no longer just one person. Your focus must be on others. You need to think about others' successes and ways you can help them rather than wanting or doing only what is best for you. This mindset plays a big role in sportsmanship, for how can you be supportive of your teammates and their success if all you're thinking about is yourself? To be a good sport, you must also have a certain level of respect for your opponents. Telling them that they really put up a fight and worked hard for every point can change the way they think of themselves and the way they perceive the outcome of the game, even if it wasn't in their favor. They work hard at practices and put their all into every game, just like you and your team do. Taking a loss is also a part of sportsmanship. You can't be rude or disrespectful to other players just because you are disappointed. You can't take your frustration out on the players of the opposing team, for this shows a lack of respect for yourself and for other people. In the end, I feel that it all comes down to how you treat other people, It all comes down to the other people matter mindset and how much you value others. Another big part of sportsmanship that I don't believe is thought of often is the way you act in practice. Practice is an opportunity to show your coaches not only your physical abilities, but also your attitude. Coaches dedicate a lot of their time and effort into making you both a better player and a better person. They deserve your utmost attention and respect always. This is similar to how you should treat referees. They show up because they love sports and kids. This is not an easy job because they are responsible for making game-altering decisions and are often the target of unwarranted ridicule. They deserve to be treated with respect too. These lessons learned on the court or on the field are lessons that can be used throughout life. Having good sportsmanship isn't just a skill to be used in sports, but can be taken into the professional world too. You're going to be working with people no matter what your profession may be, and these skills are a great asset to have. I'm truly honored to have been picked to speak to you tonight, and to have Lakeshore Middle School chosen for this award. Thank you for your time and dedication to this community.
So, Mr. Voda and Mr. Holtgren, you have some awesome kids headed your way.
Absolutely.
So, thank you again so much for letting us present our good news from the middle school, and it's just been such an honor to get to know this group over the past 2 years, and I'm so grateful that we're only a little bit into the second quarter because they're awesome. So I love what they bring, the leadership they bring to this 8th grade class, and just really the example that they set for their peers. So, thank you.
Excellent. Board members, do you have any questions or comments?
I just have one comment for Mr. Younger. We have some potential MHSAA advisory committee people here, so keep them in mind, okay?
I'd like to comment. In my 11 months of being on the school board, I don't think that I have ever heard more powerful words come from a group, and that it's 8th grade. And we all know that it's great to be number one, but I've known a lot of people that have won first place, but that were not the winners. And I love that attitude, and I think that is where I'm most proud, is when we come home and people said that we were proud of our kids. And if this is any example of what the other 8th graders are, I think we're in for a good 4 years at the high school next year. And I'm proud of each of one of you today. You really spoke very, very well and from the heart.
Here, here.
Anybody else? Well, I think the things that you talked about, as Mrs. Von Koenig said, you won't remember how many wins you had or how many losses you had. The lessons you learned about being a good person, those are the things that are going to stick with you, and those are the things you talked about so eloquently this evening. So thank you. Yeah, you can go now.
We have one more good news that popped on the agenda today, actually. I don't think it got updated in the board packet, but you might see some students in the back and some hardware in the back. Why don't we have the high school band students who are here come up? Is Mr. Pagel in the group somewhere in there? Yeah. Pappas.
Hello. I'm Matt Pagel. I am one member of the band directing team. I'm joined by Chris Grappus, and the two of us are 2/3. Christina Bauman couldn't be here tonight, but we have news I think that everybody knows now, but that we wanted to share with you and let our students speak a little bit about. At MCBA state finals, the marching band earned the state championship in Flight 4. We have a big trophy, and that's very exciting, but that does not matter to me. I would feel the same if that trophy was smaller and had a different number on it, or if we didn't have it at all. The journey that these students went on, and the bonds that they created, and the fact that we didn't just say we were a band family, but we became one, is something I will never, ever forget. This is a very special group of kids. So they are going to introduce themselves, and then Sam, our band president, is going to speak a little bit about the experience.
Hello, my name is Owen Wade, and I was a drum major.
Hey, hey.
My name's Isaac Measel. I was also a drum major for this marching season. And what Owen and I do as drum majors is not play the drums, as many people think, but what we do is we lead the band through the example that we set, and also just directly during rehearsals during school and after school, and especially at competitions and football games, we lead the band in their marching and playing. And above all, we be friends to everyone. We be friends to all our fellow students that are in the band with us.
Hi, I'm Maggie Arney, and I'm a co-captain for Color Guard. My other co-captain is not here today. She is out of town. But the Color Guard is really meant to paint the picture on the field of the show. And this year, we painted the picture as bees for the buzz. Thank you.
My name is Anna Rowe. I'm band vice president, and Sam and I are student elected officials who make decisions on behalf of the band.
I'm Sam Velasco. I'm the band president. And I just want to take a moment to talk about the experience that we had this marching season. So as you heard, we were able to win the Flight 4 state championship, which is the first time that that's happened since 2019. So us seniors have not, this is our first state championship. We were not a part of 2019's show. And this year was absolutely incredible. Mr. Pagel touched on the idea of family, and we've talked about it before, but this season in particular, we really felt connected. We felt like a family. There was an overwhelming sense of positivity from each member to member. There were so many encouraging words that were shared during rehearsals, during really long days at band camp when it was super hot, but everyone was just so positive, and it really made this season something to remember. And as seniors, it really meant a lot to us. We were asked during class the other day what it meant, and one of our students said it meant everything. And that's so true, because we have gone through 4 years, COVID included, and we weren't able to win any of them. Not that that mattered. But this year was so special because we knew our hard work paid off. And it was absolutely so gratifying to be awarded with this trophy. But once again, it was really about the journey and the relationships that we made, and we are just so grateful to be a part of this program. So I just want to thank you for your time and say, go band.
And I'll just wrap up speaking to the board directly, just to thank you for the support of the program. None of this happens by mistake. We have the right people in place and the right team in place, and it feels really good when that happens. So thank you for supporting that.
Very good.
Absolutely. Oh, before you leave, I have to ask the board members if they have any questions or comments, and I can't look at you.
Yeah.
I did notice in the scores that the percussion scores were all over the place for every flight. So I thought that was pretty interesting, but we still prevailed. So, good job.
I have to offer congratulations and a little bit of jealousy. You have two former drum majors sitting up here, and neither of us have held that trophy in our time. So congratulations, you guys. An incredible show this year, and watching you progress from the beginning of the year to where you ended up was just an incredible journey as a spectator of watching you guys. So awesome job, kudos to you, and nobody deserves it more than you guys.
Yeah. I'd like to, again, what a treat. Our middle schoolers talking about sportsmanship, and then in many ways, our marching band for, gosh, now multiple generations has been kind of the epitome of that. I'm a grateful parent. Both my kids went through the marching band. My daughter is now a proud member of the Color Guard at Michigan State Spartan Marching Band, thanks to Mr. Pagel. Memorial Day Parade, Baroda, 2022. Life-changing conversation. Thank you. Thank you all.
What another great group of speakers.
Yeah.
I mean, holy cow.
This
8th grade,
fun.
the seniors, man, oh man.
Are you
This
good?
one.
Are you going to say anything?
Yeah, I'm trying to compose myself.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'll just add,
They're trying to cover for you. Give you a second.
I'll go first, and I'll say I had the privilege of being there for the competition at Ford Field, and the second privilege of sitting next to Miss Van Koenig. So that was a treat in itself. Learned a ton, by the way. And I'll also say that to me, and I'm probably slightly biased, but it wasn't even close. Like, it was a clear who won the entire thing. Like, it wasn't even close. So, well done. Super polished on really everything. You could not pick out one thing that I thought was a need for any improvement for anything. So, super proud of you guys. Thank you for representing us so well, and just an outstanding performance at the end of the year. You know, having your very best day on the very last day is truly remarkable. So fun.
I remember getting a text from Mr. Pagel during band camp week, and he recorded the music rehearsal. And so I'm listening to it. This is the first time I think that you played it all the way through with everybody, and how excited he was. And he said, "You won't believe this group. They have heart." And he knew back then that this was a special thing. And you have to remember, you as seniors have come through some of the most difficult times in our band's history, because so many people bailed when it got hard during COVID. And you are standing here, and you didn't give up. And you carried that heart. And you know as well as I do that championships are never won at Ford Field. They're won on the practice field, day after day after day. And you did that work, and I've seen you do that work. And I also want to tell you I am so proud of Matt and Christina and Chris, and for the work that they did, and for the heart. And I could not imagine turning over this band to anybody finer to lead on the traditions. So thank you.
Well, board president's prerogative, I'm going to have the last word. And excuse me if I get a little teary because the one in the Lakeshore sweatshirt belongs to me. I told you I was going to cry. Before I left the house, I told you I was going to cry. Yeah, but my son Owen is a senior. My son Sean, forgot his name there for a minute, is a sophomore. He plays the trumpet. And they both came home from band camp saying, this year feels different. This year feels different. As many of you have said, just the sense of teamwork, the sense of priority, because you're right, that trophy and the 4 others that are also accompanying it in the band room, that's not what it's all about. That sure is the icing on the cake. But just like we said to the middle schoolers, the lessons that you have learned by being a part of this group is what you will take with you into the future. I think I can speak on behalf of Mr. Ott and myself of having gone through this program. And I don't remember what our scores were. I remember what some of the placements were. But it's the things you learn about how to be a good person and how to be a good teammate and how to persevere, that those are the things that are going to carry with you long into your life. And just echoing what everyone has said, so proud of the work that you have done, and very excited to be able to see you all hold that trophy. So hold still, because again, I have to take one quick picture because Anna's mom asked me to.
Want to come up here?
Yeah, come up here closer.
We should have Mr. Pagel and Mr. Grappis in the
Not
picture
that
too.
Yeah, where's? Oh. Okay, that's good. All right, thank you.
Thanks. Send it to me.
Wow, for anyone who is having a bad day, man, this is like the most feel-good school board meeting we've had in a long time. Incredible stuff going on in our district. Okay, moving on. Superintendent informational report.
Yeah, this is going to be redundant. I'm going to start with the second paragraph of this. We'll go to the first paragraph. So, the Lakeshore High School Marching Band won the Division IV state championship at Ford Field. The band is led by Director Matt Pagel and Assistant Directors Christina Bauman and Chris Grappis. On top of being the overall champion, which didn't get mentioned tonight, the Lakeshore Band also received 4 special awards for outstanding music, visuals, general, and auxiliary. which led us during the time to actually understand that the band was going to win the whole thing by the very end. It was kind of like, oh, we're winning. The band took a fire truck victory parade through the district to celebrate their outstanding accomplishment. So congratulations to the band. The Lakeshore Public School had an incredible October and early November. The Lakeshore High School Engine Build Club, under the direction of teacher Doug Haygood, took first place at the 2023 Hot Rodders of Tomorrow SEMA playoffs in Vegas. The team competed against some of the best high school engine builders in the country and emerged victorious with an average full engine teardown and build time of 24 minutes and 50 seconds over the course of 3 competitions. That's crazy.
Didn't they come and do a presentation at a previous board meeting when we were still meeting at the middle school, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll have to have them do that.
Incredible
It'll be fun.
stuff.
I know
Incredible.
they're going to, I think,
Indianapolis.
Jerry, they're going to Indianapolis or Tennessee. Where are they going? They're going one more spot.
Indianapolis.
I think it's Indy.
Indianapolis.
It's
Okay.
Indy.
So after that, they perform there. We'll like them have them at the board meeting after that. So, and finally, our elementary teachers and staff are doing some amazing work. In September, the entire elementary staff took part in training for a new tool that screens students for reading proficiency. And then in October, our K-2 teachers were trained in a new intervention tool for reading. We are very excited about this work and the positive impact it will have on our students. And just as a side note, it is really not easy for teachers to take time away from their classroom for training, especially during the school day. They need to create detailed lesson plans and be prepared for their own learning in that PD as well. So it's kind of doubling up that work for our teaching staff. And they really need to be commended for all that hard work and the work in literacy that we're doing right now in our school. So congratulations to our elementary teachers. And that is the informational report.
Thank you. Moving on to the Section 31 AA grant.
I'll do it.
Okay.
So the Michigan Section 31 AA grant and the district's intent to apply for it. This grant supports Michigan's top 10 strategic education plan by supporting learning and learners. This will specifically support the goal to improve the health, safety, and wellness of all learners by providing payments to districts for activities to improve student mental health.
Excellent, thank you. Okay, moving on to Board of Education reports. First is Administrative Affairs. Mr. Bouchou.
The Administrative Affairs Committee met on Tuesday, October 31st. Present were Lori Von Koenig, Director of Human Resources and Communications, Susan Toothman, Superintendent Greg Eating, and myself. The committee discussed several of the staffing situations within the district.
Thank you. Moving on to policy, Mrs. Von Koenig, you don't have to read nearly what the folks the previous months have had to read.
I know.
So
Yes, I'm very lucky. The Policy Committee met on Thursday, November 2nd. This was an abbreviated meeting as the board and superintendent attended the Berrien Cass Board of Education Association meeting at Southwestern Michigan College. Present were Bill Scaletta, Scott Allen, Greg Eating, and Lori Von Koenig. The committee discussed the upcoming Neola update and the newly released report regarding the Oxford school incident.
And the band was practicing, and she said, "Don't they sound great?" So.
Thank you. And thank you to those who attended that event out at SMC. I feel like it was a really good opportunity to meet and network with other school board members from across the 2 counties. Lastly, Facilities and Finance Committee, Mr. Ott.
On Tuesday, November 7th, the Facilities and Finance Committee met. Rachel Wade, Kevin Bouchou, Greg Eating, Nick White, Tracy Althouse, and myself were in attendance, along with our special guest, Dan Trials from King Scott, our architectural company, and David Innes from OAK, our construction company. Items discussed, but not limited to, included the following. Dan and David presented a bond construction update for the current phase of the 2023 bond work. This phase includes elementary building upgrades such as air conditioning in the multipurpose rooms and parking lots for all buildings. We will be bringing bids to the board in December for consideration. Lots of asphalt in that. Tracy presented monthly statements with no concerns being noted. The committee discussed Superintendent Eating's upcoming evaluation, which will occur in December, and planning for a sinking fund renewal in May 2024 is underway, and more information will be presented to the committee in January as Greg has begun working with stakeholders on our informational campaign. In addition, future sinking fund projects were discussed in regards to our donated fields.
Thank you. Moving on to personnel, Mr. Eating.
Yes, we have one hire since last month. Haley Butler has accepted the position of elementary special ed teacher. She began her assignment on November 6th, working at both Hollywood and Roosevelt. Haley is currently working on a master's degree from Michigan State and has taught a year each in Grand Ledge and Coloma.
Excellent. Board members, any questions? If not, I would take a motion to approve.
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, moving on to bid approval recommendation. Mr. Eating.
So we have the 2023 middle school HVAC upgrades project. King Scott recommends accepting the bid received from Andy J. Egan Company for the middle school HVAC projects upgrades project in the amount of $309,718. Two other bids were received in the amounts of $309,500 from Kalamazoo Mechanical and $312,000. Although the lowest bid is $218 less, it is recommended to enter into contract with Andy J. Egan Company, who has an office in Benton Harbor and has successfully completed many projects for the district.
Board members, any questions or comments? If not,
So
sorry, go ahead.
Egan, no, just for clarification, so Egan we've done previous bond work with them, correct? So they're familiar with the facilities.
Yeah, we've done both bond and sinking fund work with Egan.
Okay. Because in essence, I mean, it's $200, but it's in a
It's less.
$300,000 bid, it's, pretty even. So I think that's, in policy, right, we've given ourselves the leeway to take those things into account. So, nope, just wanted to be clear about
Yep.
that.
Any other questions or comments? If not, I would accept a motion to approve.
So moved.
Support.
And this is a roll call vote, so Mr. Scaletta,
Aye.
Mr. Bushu,
Aye.
Dr. Beckrow,
Aye.
Mr. Ott,
Aye.
Mr. Allen,
Aye.
Mrs. Von Koenig,
Aye.
and I vote aye. Okay, moving on to the topic of relinquishing federal funds. Mr. Eating.
So again, this fiscal year, we will not be applying for federal funds for neither section of Title III, Part A, which is immigrant students and English learners, and will relinquish these funds.
Board, any questions or comments?
Just a reminder, I guess, for myself and for everybody.
Sure.
Those funds, we just don't really have a need or use for.
Yeah, if
correct?
we
And-
accept those funds, we have to use those funds for very, very narrow version of situations. So we end up having to hire somebody, and the funds themselves don't even come close to covering whatever that is. So that's the issue.
Perfect.
Any other questions? If not, I would accept a motion to approve.
Support or so moved?
Support.
And this is a roll call vote, so Mr. Scaletta,
Aye.
excuse me, Mr. Bushu,
Aye.
Dr. Beckrow,
Aye.
Mr. Ott,
Aye.
Mr. Allen,
Aye.
Mrs. Von Koenig,
Aye.
and I vote aye. Okay, now we've arrived at the public comment time. We do have two folks signed up for public comment. I would just remind everyone that we have a time limit of 5 minutes, so I will get my clock going here. And just a reminder that this is public comment time, not public discussion with the board time. So if you ask questions, a response will not be given in the meeting, but we can follow up after the fact with a response. So our first person for public comment tonight is Carson Cornish.
Good evening. I just appreciate you guys letting me speak here today. My name is Carson Cornish. I'm the owner of Kalamazoo Mechanical. We're based in Kalamazoo, and just wanted to touch base. And obviously, I haven't done as good a job as I could have just building a relationship with you guys over the years. We do a ton of schoolwork, but I just haven't been able to attend the board meetings here. So again, just wanted to say thanks for the opportunity to bid on the work this week. Obviously, we were disappointed that we were the low bidder and that we didn't get an opportunity to interview or anything for any of the bids. That's something that, again, we put a lot of time and effort into these kinds of things, but we understand that you guys have a long-standing relationship with Andy Egan, and you know, we value that. You know, loyalty is important in contracting work, and we appreciate that. You know, I think that says a lot about you guys that you do that. We understand that you've got some other projects coming up, and so I had heard through the grapevine during some of this process that we would need to be substantially low to be considered for future work with you guys. And you know, I'm sorry, I didn't realize there wouldn't be opportunity to have a discussion about it. But that was the purpose of our, you know, coming here today, was just to introduce myself and have some discussion, just to see, you know, I know, you know, for me as a business owner, having options is important. You know, I bought a couple new trucks today, and we work with a standard dealership, but you know, from time to time, you know, working with another dealership works, and you know, they have options for us. So didn't know if you guys valued options on that, on your HVAC services, and just wanted to let you know that we'd really value the opportunity to work with you guys, and just trying to kind of figure out, you know, where we go with the bids later this week. You know, if it's something that we should continue to pursue, or if it's something that's just not an option. So what would be the best way, I guess, to...
I can answer that question.
Oh, okay.
So while the board can't really interact at this time, I can.
Okay.
I would just say, feel free to reach out to my office, and I'll make sure you get directed in the right, with your questions in the right manner.
Okay. Sounds
So just
great.
give me a call. Just have them come right to the superintendent, and I will be happy to talk with you on the phone, and we'll figure it out.
Awesome. Sounds
Thank
good,
you.
Greg. I appreciate it.
You bet.
Thanks for your
Thanks,
time, guys.
Thank you. All right, and last is Heidi Southard.
I'm wearing my turkey shirt for a reason. I'll explain it. I'm the lead volunteer at the Caring Cupboard at Woodland Shores. We're a food pantry in Bridgman, and we have the honor to help our community, and we help regularly students and families from every building in this district, and it's such a privilege to be able to do that. But I'm here to thank you. The district has really made a commitment to instilling community service in our students, and I'm not sure if everyone is aware how much support we get from this district as a pantry. So Roosevelt does a food drive every year, the week we do Turkey Tote Away, where we give away a whole box of everything you need for turkey dinner, from the turkey to the whipped topping and the pie. We give it all. And so that's for 350 people that we'll be able to help, because we had the food drive from Roosevelt, 37 volunteers plus Miss Aaron from the middle school, and they literally built the boxes that we put the food in. And then they put all the non-perishables, they get all of those put in. We had so many volunteers that they also helped with some of our regular pantry jobs, with making some of the things that will be handed out to families on Thursday this week. Stuart does a holiday food drive for us. I was at Hollywood today building connections, and we're going to partner with them. They are doing a food drive for some of their families, and we are going to give them some food that we have available to make it so that their PTO can stretch their dollars in other ways, because it's a school-wide activity with some PTO funds. And then this year, I'm excited to say the Lakeshore High School men's basketball team will be taking over our December mobile food pantry, where we give about 5,000 pounds of food away in about 45 minutes from beginning to end. Pretty cool. And we also have some regular volunteers from the middle school. One started in middle school, thank you. Scott's daughter started in middle school, and she's continuing to volunteer now. Mr. Ott, your daughter, has helped, and she has been the voice of the pantry for me, which is exciting. So I just want to thank you for instilling service into our kids.
Well, and Heidi, thank you for everything that the pantry does to support our students and our families. Like I said, if this wasn't the most feel-good meeting ever, I don't know what's wrong with you. Okay, the open session of our meeting will be drawing to a close, and we will be moving into closed session for the purpose of conversations related to the superintendent evaluation. So if I could get a motion to move into closed session.
So moved.
Support.
And this is a roll call vote. I'm going to go backwards this time. Mrs. Von Koenig.
Aye.
Mr. Allen.
Aye.
Mr. Ott.
Aye.
Dr. Beckrow.
Aye.
Mr. Bushu.
Aye.
Mr. Scaletta.
Aye.
And I vote aye.